Welcome, aviation enthusiasts and history buffs, to Classic Duels, a captivating mini-documentary series that takes you deep into the heart of the adrenaline-pumping battles that unfolded in the skies during World War II. In this episode, we go back to the summer of 1944, and we're going to talk about the first jet versus jet encounters, the Gloster Meteor versus the V1 flying bombs. The aerial combat between the Gloster Meteor and the V1 flying bomb, commonly known as the Doodlebug, during World War II, represents a fascinating chapter in the history of military aviation. The Meteor, a British jet fighter, and the V1, a German cruise missile, were both significant innovations in aerial warfare during the latter stages of the conflict. The Gloster Meteor was the first operational British jet fighter, designed and built by the Gloster Aircraft Company during World War II. It entered service with the Royal Air Force in 1944, just in time to participate in the latter stages of the war. While it wouldn't be any good against the German Messerschmitt Me-262 or against the Russian MiG-15 in the Korean War, it proved to be the ideal interceptor against the V1 flying bombs. On the other hand, the V1 flying bomb, also known as the Buzz Bomb or Doodlebug, was a German terror weapon, and not only was it the first jet-powered aircraft to see action, it was essentially the first cruise missile. It was a small and fast aircraft propelled by a pulse jet engine that was also cheap and easy to build. Not to mention it was capable of carrying a warhead over a considerable distance. Despite at times being unreliable and inaccurate, they would go on to cause extensive damage to London, killing over 6,100 civilian and military personnel. The V1 flying bomb was used extensively by the Germans during the latter part of World War II, primarily against targets in England, like London. Launched from fixed sites along the French coast, and later from the Netherlands and mobile launch platforms such as the Heinkel HE-111 and Focke-Wulf FW-200 Condors, the V1 was intended to strike fear into the civilian population and disrupt industrial production. The deployment of the V1 posed a significant challenge for Allied air defences. The best Allied aircraft at the time, like the later Spitfires, Tempest, Mustang and Mosquito, struggled to engage the fast and low-flying bomb. Those Allied aircraft types could fly faster than the V1s, but not at heights of 1,000 to 3,000 feet, which was typically what the V1s flew at. The introduction of the Gloster Meteor provided the Allies with a new tool to combat the V1 threat. Equipped with jet engines, the Meteor offered a significant speed advantage over piston-engined aircraft, especially at low altitude, making it better suited to intercepting the fast-moving V1s. Flying at high speeds, Meteors would attempt to catch up with the V1s and either shoot them down with their 20mm cannons or take them down by flying alongside the V1 and tip the wingtip, which would disrupt their flight path and cause the V1 to crash prematurely. Even though the V1 Doodlebugs only flew in a straight line, intercepting them wouldn't be as easy as you think, and they proved to be a deadly adversary. While the V1s couldn't shoot back, their small size and high speed made it hard to pick up visually, so the pilot had to get really close to shoot it down, which was very dangerous as the V1 was a flying bomb waiting to explode. Just one or two cannon shells was enough to cause a massive explosion which could also destroy the pursuing Allied fighter, and over 70 RAF pilots and navigators would be lost to all causes during the V1 campaign. Quite a high number considering that the Doodlebugs couldn't shoot back. In terms of numbers of V1 missiles shot down, the Hawker Tempest was by far the most successful fighter, but you have to bear in mind that there was a lot more examples of Tempests, Mosquitoes, Spitfires and Mustangs etc. available in the summer of 1944, and the Meteor did not achieve its first kill until the 4th of August. The aerial combat between the Gloster Meteor and the V1 flying bomb represents a significant chapter in the history of military aviation. It highlights the challenges and innovations that emerged during World War II, as both sides sought to gain the upper hand in aerial warfare. Additionally, it underscores the importance of adapting to new threats and technologies in the ongoing evolution of military strategy and tactics. So that's it for this glimpse into epic struggles of the past. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell so you can stay up to date with more riveting tales of aviation history, etc. Check out 2 videos at the end, or my CD reviews, or even the playlist I've created. Cheers.